Shalom, Israel. So, what happens sometimes is sometimes we think of ourselves too pure, and then that pride has blinded our eyes to see the reality of what is. We think because, oh, we're learning about the Bible and trying to keep the laws, it means that certain things are not in our flesh. Fornication, adultery, lie, whatever it is, envy, strife, whatever it is, right? So, today we're going to talk about jealousy. As we know, energy, there's a right hand side, there's a left hand side, right? There's always a balance. Jealousy can manifest in any of us. What happens is that we need to be aware of it, so when it is happening, we can know how to deal with it, right? Otherwise, we will just keep going down that road and doing things more foolishly. Like King Saul, he was about to lose his kingship. The kingship in his lineage is going to go to another tribe. What happened? Now he wanted to kill David, right? Same thing with Abel, with Cain. He wasn't satisfied. The Most High wasn't satisfied with his gift. No, it turned to hatred. No, to murder. He killed his brother. So what happened is there's a jealousy that does not come from the Most High. That type of wisdom did not descend from the right hand side of power. All right? No, there are a few examples of people in the Bible that these things happen to. And one of the things you have to understand the way the Most High works. When that is happening, what he normally does is he multiplies others around you. For example, what was happening to Jacob's wife? One couldn't have a baby, right? But what was happening to the sister? She was having lots of baby. So that was going to provoke that jealousy more, right? It's the same thing with Jacob. He had a few sons, right? But he loved, which one was it? Benjamin? Joseph, sorry. He loved Joseph more. And what happened with the other brothers? They hated him. They sold him in slavery, right? So it works in that way too. So we have to be mindful. So rather than trying to go towards the object, we need to go to the source of where this jealousy is coming from, right? Like I said, there's a right hand side of power, there's a left hand side. So it is in our flesh. When I say flesh, I don't mean just flesh as in this. I mean the dark side of our thoughts. And this is why sometimes we're not even aware, because like I said, the dark side of our thoughts, you don't even know it's there. And even when it's manifesting, because you already done, you told yourself that, no, that's not me. No, the ego is speaking. That's not me. I'm not jealous. I'm not envious. You know what I mean? So now you can't even see. You're blinded. You're veiled by your own pride, your own ego. And even when you're doing all these things, you cannot see, right? So what you want to do is try to reflect more on what you're really doing. How you're doing things. Who are you affecting? How do you really feel? Because these things you can tell. You can feel in your body that, oh, she got that. And it makes you feel a certain way. You're not proud of her success or his success or whatever it is. You understand? So jealousy, like Sirach 3:24 says, the way we perceive things, we are deceived by them. And we all have history. We all have trauma, and trauma has been the lenses that we look through our trauma. So we cannot really see reality for what it is. We cannot see God for what he is. We're only seeing a perception, and that perception is flawed. So once the lenses are flawed, what we see out there is going to be flawed, when in reality those are not flawed. The world itself is perfect as it is. It is our concept, our perceptions, our thoughts, our ideas, those things are defiled. And once we keep filtering reality through them, reality itself is going to appear defiled unto us. So what we need to fix? We need to fix here. All right? So there are a lot of women, and I'm not saying this to go into anything about polygyny, but I'm just gonna make a point. In where the whole polygyny thing is concerned, it's not that a woman is really against the idea of the polygyny. You know what the problem is? A lot of women just don't know how to live with other women because that jealousy is still there, even if there's no man or there's no relationship. Naturally, there are a lot of women who cannot deal with other women. That's why you'll hear a lot of them say, I rather have a million male friends than one female friends. That is questionable. You know why? When a woman goes around a group of men, you know what happens? They're treated like a queen because it's natural for us. Oh, the woman is coming, you wanna do that for her, do this, you do everything for her. That's natural with us as men. That's what we do. A woman don't have it in her to do it to another woman. And I'm not saying every woman, I'm not putting everyone in a category now. Right? But you know what I'm talking about does exist. So you might not be this person, but don't be too veiled that you can't see that it's a reality. Just because it's not happening to you, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. A lot of women, they cannot deal with other women. Just like a lot of men, they cannot put up with other brothers. You understand? And also, a lot of men, they cannot put up with certain women who are, like, say you're grounded in the scriptures, you know, like when they cannot manipulate you, they cannot have you their way. You know what I mean? Because you using scriptures to speak, and, you know, a lot of men cannot put up with that either. You understand? So what we have to understand is these things are inside of us. And it's only the knowledge, the higher knowledge, that is going to get rid of it, to get it out of our thoughts, so that we can have a clear conscience, we can have a purified mind, a renewed spirit. So don't be too prideful to the point where you tell yourself that, no, adultery is not in me, fornication is not in me, hatred is not, all of these things. There are two sides of power. All right? So in your spirit, there's meekness, gentleness, peace, love, compassion, all of those things. You have an opposite side. You have an adversary. Both are inside of us. The kingdom of heaven is there. And there are two sides to the power. The throne is in the center. You have one side of power over here. Like I said, the right hand side, meekness, gentleness, patience, love, kindness, all of that. The left hand side, adultery, fornication, all of those things. You stay in the center, your soul, so you can be conscious of everything. And there you can make a conscious choice that is what we call free will. True knowledge gives you the power of free will because it liberates you from the oppression of your flesh, of your dark thoughts, jealousy, envy, bitterness, hatred. All right? So don't be too much to this side or too much to that side. You don't want to be too spiritual that you forget your human experience here. You understand? Your carnal part of life. And you don't want to be too carnal where your spirituality doesn't even matter to you. Strike a balance. Stay in the center. If you see any signs of jealousy, or if someone tells you, because you might be manifesting a certain behavior that you're not really conscious of, you're not aware of it. It can happen, right? We're so accustomed to doing it that we don't even see anything wrong with it. So sometimes someone is saying, hey, this is what you're doing. You cannot see it. But it's important to listen to what they're saying, then examine if what they're saying is actually true. That's all we have to do. Because what happens sometimes is that ego rises and then we react. React is easy. It's automatic. It's not a conscious thing that you just flare up because somebody says you're doing something. The ego cannot stand one thing. It doesn't want you to see it for what it is. That's why the natural tendency is for you to defend it. And once you start defending it, that's when the veil gets stronger. So no, rather than you trying to get your demon out, you are protecting it. So no more it is the wolf that are in sheep clothing. It is the sheep that are protecting the wolf. That's where it is now. We are protecting our own demons. We're sowing fig leaves. We're creating stories, putting ourselves in denial. Oh no, I'm not jealous. Again, that's the ego speaks. All right? So just be conscious of it. Take your time, take a pause, self reflect when a person says you're doing a certain thing. Because, like I said, you might not be conscious of it because you've been doing it for so long. It's so normal. And look around you. All you see is normal people. Depending on how you define normal or how this society defines normal. This person is a murderer, oh, that's normal. This person is a thief, oh yeah, that's normal. This person is a Christian, oh, that's normal. Oh yeah? They are demons. Demons in the flesh. When the Messiah was going around, what was happening? That's all he was doing, casting out demons out of normal people. All right, so just understand that, there's a jealousy that comes from the right hand side of throne, the right hand of power, but is different from what comes from the left hand side. The jealousy from the right hand side is what? What are you jealous about? People not keeping the commandments. You know that, what is it, Ezekiel 9 and 4? What you cry about, what they cry about, what were they brokenhearted about? What were they sighing and crying about? That is the right jealousy to have. Jealousy for not keeping the laws. You're not jealous over, oh, she took away this person from that person, or this person got a new car and I'm jealous, or this person got a new business and that person is jealous of. No, that's not the jealousy of the Most High. All right, so just be conscious of it and self-reflect.